Over in Fort Bend ISD, Coach Rick LaFavers sure made a good impression his first year as head coach of the Ridge Point Panthers. They went undefeated in district play and made it to the regional finals. As they look to have similar success this year, our Chevy Spotlight found out the Panthers are anchored by a big guy they plucked off the basketball court. When Rick LaFavers left Lamar Consolidated to become head coach at Ridge Point last year, he never expected his first season to be such a roller coaster ride. He was hired just before spring break, and after spring break, he and all of Ridge Point never came back. COVID had shut down in-school learning, and LaFavers never got to see his team as a whole until September 7th.
Dominate on me, 1, 2, 3. Dominate!
The Panthers lost their first 2 games, but once they got rolling, they were nearly unstoppable. Ridge Point went 8-1 the rest of the way and made it to the regional finals in what turned out to be a magical season.
It just, the stars aligned for us. The kids worked their tails off, and looking back on, I'm glad that we kind of, started September 7th and progressed like we did. And we hit our stride in the playoffs, and things were clicking, and it really was a good, nice little ride for us.
This year, the Panthers are off to a 3-1 start and are led by dual-threat quarterback Bert Emanuel Junior. But it's not just Emanuel's athletic ability that Ridge Point fans are grateful for. It's also his powers of persuasion.
Bert Emanuel, Marvin Session, really just helped me go out there and try and said, hey, if you don't like it, you don't have to play it, because you're a basketball kid, you can play basketball.
At 6'7", 325, Calvin Harvey is made for the offensive line. But he's also got the size to be a dominant basketball player, and hoops was Calvin's first love. Harvey had played basketball his whole life and was quite good at it, but after being homeschooled, he enrolled at Ridge Point, and his eyes started wandering to the gridiron.
Once I went out here, I saw the difference between a basketball mentality and a football mentality, and my heart fell in love with football mentality. So leaving the basketball behind, it wasn't really a big deal for me.
Harvey's first real season of playing football was last season, his junior year. He was raw, but showed a willingness to learn and get better. And much of his growth can be attributed to his time on the hardwood.
He has natural athleticism, and that's where I think the basketball skill really helped him. And he has a physical nature to him.
Basketball really helped me, I would say, with footwork and being able to move at such my size. That really taught me, and all the motor skills that I learned from there really helped me in my development onto the football field.
Harvey got so good in just 1 year, Division I scholarship offers started coming in. He chose Louisiana Tech, and his coach thinks his inexperience may have helped him land that opportunity.
He's not a kid that played, 10 years of Little League and 3 years of middle school and such, and so this is year 1, and think about what he's going to be in your program in college in year 2, 3, he gets these years under his belt.
I won't have to break any habits, any bad habits that I was taught, like some kids who've played their whole entire life. So I can adapt to different things that coaches tell me.
For most of his life, Calvin Harvey has loved using his size to dominate on the basketball court. Now, he finds even more joy doing the same on the gridiron.
I've had people tell me that they're done on the field. I've had people say, Coach, I can't hit him, he's too big. I mean, that just really that boosts my confidence. That just fuels my fire.
The Chevy Spotlight is brought to you by the Houston area Chevy dealers. Visit your nearest Chevy dealer and test drive our award-winning products.